right, then what are your thoughts on the total? It feels maybe a little too low here, Friar, because it's sitting at 214 and a half.
So I do like the over here, but Lou, I'm looking at why this total is so low. I think part of it has to be the Mavs have one of the slowest paces in the postseason right now. Of the teams left, I believe they have the lowest. And obviously with the Warriors, what happened last series too, it was kind of weird, really up and down. But still, I know we don't want to put too much into regular season numbers, but when I look at the Mavericks, when they had 2 to 3 days rest during the season this year, the over was 10, 6, and 1. For the Warriors, when they got 4+ days rest, the over was 3-0. So I like the over in this one because I think there's just too many pointing towards it tonight.
Yeah, and Whalen, for all the history here behind like Golden State's like crazy postseason numbers, like Steve Kerr is still a defensive first head coach.
Yeah, he is. I think that's the style that Golden State would probably prefer to play, but ultimately they have the personnel to run and gun and beat this Dallas team in transition. I don't really know where I come in on this total yet. I have to dig into the numbers a little bit more. I think I am with Nick, though. I think I lean slightly over here, but again, Dallas, like Nick said, is totally comfortable slowing this game down. Like first thing you notice when you watch Luka Doncic play is that he never seems to change speeds at all. He's always at that like 60% trot at all times, no matter what. So if this game has a pace in like the low 90s, I think that favors Dallas. They're okay with that. They don't want to be sprinting up and down while Jordan Poole is at full speed, laying the ball up in transition. Like that is a very bad thing for the Dallas Mavericks if the game takes that kind of course. Now, the question is, can they control the game defensively like they were able to do at the end of that Phoenix series? I mean, holding Phoenix to 86 and 90 points in game 6 and 7 against the Warriors, that's probably not realistic. But at the same time, I mean, Dallas has guys who I think coming into the year, we didn't really think were all that great of defenders who have really stepped up. Dwight Powell, Kleba, Reggie Bullock, was playing shutdown defense for a lot of that series. So it's going to be really interesting, I think, to see how those guys kind of level up against the Golden State team that has more options than Phoenix.